Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new 9th Age battle report, and this time is the second game on the local tournament, the pairs tournament, where I play with my Kingdom of Equitante together with the Silvan Elf of my friend against Orcs and Goblins and Demon Legions. So as I said, it's a local tournament called 9th Age Brussels Community Bash, and this is the second game. And let's start with the deployment. So we use the diagonal deployment, and we play in flags where we need to kill scoring enemy units. So let's go for the deployment. So here we have the deployment, as I said, is in diagonal. We put our main forces in the middle of our formation, and then we put in the flanks the 2 units of aspirant knights. We also accumulate the shooting in our right flank. In the opposite side, we have a unit of 5 boar riders. I don't know exactly how it's called in Norse, but are the boar cavalry. Then we have a unit of juggernauts. Then we have the old blood letters. Sorry, I use the old names, but it's how I know them. Then we have 2 units of savage orcs, one with arcs and the other one, or the first one with 2 close combat weapons and the other one with bows. And at the end we have another unit with boars, with boar riders. They also have one trebuchet at the back, one orc trebuchet. So here we have the deployment. They will have the first turn, and here our plan is try to kill. We want to kill the 2 light units, the 2 units of boar riders, and then the big unit of juggernauts of demon cavalry. We will try to face this demon cavalry with our wheel knights and see if the 3 men can hold in the middle. But yeah, as I say, and what I'm facing is that the enemy can, I don't feel confident on all these battles. I have the impression that our units are weaker than the enemy units. So let's put some other pictures here. You have, of course, the scopes. We try to overload one of the enemy flanks and see if from there we can support from the flank the center of the deployment. And here we have the view from our side. So really we try to not, at least at the beginning, to avoid the combat in the middle and try to see if we can win on the flanks, and then from the flanks try to concentrate our attacks in the middle. Here we have another overview of the battlefield. That we go to turn 1. So we started with the turn 1. Turn 1 was started by the Orcs, Goblins and Demons, and they move very little, try to avoid easy charges from our side, so not too much action. The only action is that there is 1 unit of boar riders that went to try to face the shooting units we have in our right flank, but not too much there. The magic did not damage. The shooting, I think, also did nothing. So really not too much action on this first turn from our opponent. Here we have another vision. Then we went to our turn, and I was not looking for neither to go in combat too fast. So we just move the unit in the left flank. The next picture will show it better. As you can see, the unit in our left flank, we move behind the hill, try to be there to try to flank the enemy if possible, but we play quite conservative to avoid also easy charges from opponents. So here we see the positioning at the end of the turn 1, and then in the phase we kill the unit of boar riders in this flank. So what is giving a good opportunity here, because maybe we will be able to flank the enemy. So this I was quite happy with that. So here we have the overview after killing the boar riders. And with that, magic was not relevant. So with that we end the turn 1. So not a bad start from our side, so killing this unit of War Rider. So with that we go to turn 2. And again was a quite tactical turn 2. They move ahead, but try to avoid also that we have easy charges. So it's really making very little movements, not too much. Try to avoid the charge from the enemy. The only thing you can see in the hill, they just move the War Riders behind the hill, and to avoid that we can flank them, they put a template. There, this is the only thing they put a fire template. So this is all now the turn 2 from our side. Again, we play quite conservative. I try to be more aggressive with my Grial Knights. I see if I can. I'm trying to see if I can force a charge on the Juggernauts, and I also move, as you can see, my Aspirant Knights in the right flanks to the flank of the enemy. So. In the left flank I move back, I back up to have some maneuverability, to see if I will need these Aspirant Knights to support. And on my right flank I try to pick the flank of the first unit that is in the middle. So I think we are in quite a good position for turn 3. No charges again, and in the magic phase we managed to summon the demon that is appearing in the back, but yeah, not too much to say here. So just repositioning and try to control the enemy. So here we have another picture in our view. With that we go to turn 3. So as you can see, until turn 3 was really try to position, not to force charges, and yeah, we go like that to turn 3 with not too much action. So in turn 3 they move ahead and they start moving more aggressively with the demons. So here is where we will start seeing the action coming. So, but then yeah, they move ahead, and I had 2 very easy charges on the Juggernauts. So I tried a double charge, charging the front of the Juggernauts with my Grial Knights and charging the flank of the Juggernauts with the Aspirant Knights. And I failed both charges. I was needing 5 and 6 and 7. 7 I think was with the Aspirant Knights rerolling, because they reroll in the charge. So I completely failed there. I was needing 5 or 4 with my Grial Knights, rolling 3 dice and picking the 2 higher. I also failed there. I think I rolled a 3. So I really put myself in a very bad position, and just try to save an easy charge with the Juggernauts. We place the Eagle in front of the Juggernauts, so at least we can try to deviate the charge of the Juggernauts, not directly on the Grial Knights. So yeah, very disappointed, to be fair. We had 2 easy charges to do. I think if I have charged with the Juggernauts with both units, I was able to do some damage, because the Bretonnian are really strong when they charge, but if they don't charge, they are not very good. And on top of that, we forgot. I think we summoned the demon, or was here when we summoned the demon. Let me check later pictures. So here we have not the eagle needs to be sacrificed to try to save the Grial Knight. Okay, and yeah, it's not looking that good. So turn 4 for sure we are going to have action. So here we have another close up, and again another thing I forgot to say, I had to yeah, they keep blocking my Aspirant Knights on my left flank with the fire. This was a good tactic from my opponent, using this fire try to block. To be fair, I should have go through the fire and just take the hits, because at the end, yeah, the Knights are quite should not be too bad against that. By the way, as you can see, the unit of my other units of Aspirant Knights in that flank is also damaged between the magic and some shooting. So we go to turn 4. As I say, this is where the action starts, and yeah, and here is where did not start very well for us. So they decide to charge with the lesser lemons, with the blood letters on the Guild Knights. They was needing quite a high roll, I think it was a 10 or 11, something like that, and they succeed. And this was very disappointing, so we failed 2 easy charges on the Juggernauts, and in response we had a very easy charge. We had a long charge from the blood letters. On the other flank, they did not manage to do any of the charges. So but of course we forced to charge in our turn, and then the Juggernauts charge on the eagle and kill the eagle, very easy. So we were not expecting anything else, and they decide to reform, looking to our flank. So here we see the charge, and this is after the combat. As you can see, my unit of Guild Knights was this is after the 2 rounds of combat, to be fair. Our unit, after our this is in our turn. So and at the end of the combat, as you can see, my Guild Knights are really damaged. The Guild Knights cannot manage a big horse, especially if they are charged. And on top of the picture, you see that the Tweaking are fighting with the Savage Orc. So at least I hold, thanks in part to the virtue of Audacity, and that is the BSB, so I can reroll. I stubborn, so I hold there the position. At least I don't run away, and also the Tweaking hold the position. But I lost the Aspirant Knights. I forgot to mention that I charged with the Aspirant Knights as well on the Savage Orcs, and they just killed the 2 remaining Aspirant Knights. So this is the situation at the end of the turn 4. I have my 5 units of Aspirant, the unit of 5 Aspirant Knights at the backward of my opponent. So I will see if I use them to support any of the combats, and I have my Guild Knights with the 2 characters stuck in combat against the blood letters. And with that we go to turn 5. And in turn 5, the Tweaking suffer another charge, and the Dryads also are charged by the Boar Riders. The Dryads are killed by the Boar Riders, and our Tweaking flee from the combat. They lose the combat and they flee. Luckily, they rally in our turn. So here we have, after and here the combat continues, and I think I only managed to do 1 wound, to kill 1 blood letter, nothing else, nothing very spectacular. And the Juggernauts, they are just moving ahead, trying to charge on the units of Silvan archers with the characters inside. So they did not manage to do the charge there. The combat continues. And in our turn, we move and we use the magic power to move the archers out of the front arc of the Juggernauts. You see there, they are moving there. Of course, if I lose the combat against the blood letters, they're going to be charged in the flank. Our hope is that the BSB is able to survive and to hold the blood letters in position. So we go in our turn 5, and we do the combats. They managed to kill the last Guild Knight, giving the points of the full unit of Guild Knights. At least they did not manage to kill the BSB, neither the Sorcerer. In part thanks to the magic boost. The Tweaking, as I said before, will regroup, and we will not give this point. So, and this is the end of the battle. So we did not manage, the time was over, and we did not manage to play turn 6. So also I was moving the Aspirant Knights to support the Tweaking. in case was needed. I was able to charge the back of the Savage Orcs, and maybe hoping to do enough damage to force them to flee, but yeah, the time was over. No time for 6th turn, and we finalized the battle here. So yeah, here we see end of the battle. And from the other position, I forgot to mention that at the end we summoned one of the demons with the 6th power of shamanism, and we killed the trebuchet. So this was quite a... I think the battle was not going well until I felt the double charge. If the double charge have worked and I was able to destroy the juggernauts, I think the battle will have followed a completely different scenario. But yeah, at the end I fold the charge. The good news is that yeah, these two hold in position, so I have not give the point of my characters, and well, I think I give half of the BSB because I was wounded, and I keep one of my aspirant knights. But again, the Bretonnians really suffer a lot of casualties. So here we see end of the battle. And this is our overview of the full battlefield of end of the battle. So yeah, at the end the result was 5 points for Kingdom and Silvan Elf against the 15 points of the Orc and Goblins and Demon Legions. So another defeat, another battle lost in this tournament. But I have the feeling that if I have done the double charge, we were more have been a tighter battle. I don't think we have played too bad in that case. I still have the feeling I'm not convinced on the Grial Knights. They look very strong on paper, but if you compare them to the units I have in front, like the Fleas or now this big unit of Bloodletters, yeah, they cannot do anything against this type of unit. So that's all for now. Please leave the comment below. Let me know what do you think, and let me know how we can improve playing these armies, because I really want to know how to use better knights in the 9th Age. I'm just starting. This indeed is my 3rd game on the 9th Age. So that's all for now, and I'm looking for your comments and suggestions in the comments below. Yeah, give a like if you have liked this video and if you want to see more about the 9th Age. And that's all for now. As usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.